Hello, this is Distracted Lord, and welcome back to Wreckfest, and there has been another DLC, so we are obviously going to be taking the cars around it. We start off with the Blade, I think it's called. There's also the Stepvan, and here it is, it's called the Gorbie, but the only thing I ever remember about its name is the fact that it starts with Geo, and so that's why I call this thing Gollum. When I think of Geo, I cannot remember this thing's name, so I just think of the word Gollum, so I'm just gonna call this thing Gollum. If you're wondering what the cars are, then this is the Blade, it's a Chevrolet Camaro from the 80s. Gollum is a Vaz of some description, some Soviet thing, and the Stepvan is a van. Let's get on with the racing. So, this thing from the back, it just reminds me of an NSX. It has NSX-y vibes to it. Also, I like the tail lights and the way that they remind me of like those heaters that have like strips of metal in, and they just heat the metal up and then the metal heats stuff up. They remind me of those for some reason. I think it's like they're red and then they go orange. And you know it's quite hard to drive with slight lag. Apparently my computer can't handle Wreckfest. Maybe I'll have to turn the number of opponents down. Hey, you stole my nice tail lights. I don't have any headlights, just never did, but I like those tail lights and then they got stolen. Also, you probably can't hear, but it makes strange noises when you decelerate. Or you take a filthy accelerator and you brake, it makes weird noises. Not quite sure why, but it does. Right, let's just squeeze you into a wall because you stole my tail lights, and I now have a permanent thirst for revenge against you. Don't worry, I'm faster than you in a straight line. I only have 5 gears though. I'm not great at that corner. Ha! You nearly spun! Not quite. That was disappointing. Also, the fuel cap on this thing is extremely wobbly. It's on the left there of my car. It's just in and out and out and... That's a bigger drift than I intended. Ah, it's the little thing you stole my tail lights, and I forgot to shift. Revenge is mine. Ruined your race because you stole my tail lights. Let that be a lesson to all you AIs, don't steal my tail lights. This thing just sort of seems like it ought to rev a bit higher. It's a bit strange. I keep buzzing it because I feel that it should rev a bit higher. Like maybe actually up to 7,000 RPM. Right then, where is the limiter? I think it's at 6,000 RPM, but I don't want to sacrifice any time because... Oh, corner. I'm not great at that final corner, and that results in me potentially losing position at the final corner. What is the thing in first place? It is running away and I can't see it anymore because it's got too far away. That's never a good sign. Don't worry, I just put my foot down and slightly sketchily flat through there. Not sure whether that's a smart thing to do. I do seem to be catching. That's good. Catching the leader is good. And brakes. There's just 2 red cars. There's 1 red. Lap 1, there's no red cars. Lap 2, there's 1 red car. Lap 3, there's 2 red cars. And I was busy concentrating on speaking and not concentrating on braking at the right point. Ah, who put that there? That's right where I want to drive. Ruined my race, that has. I could have got first, potentially. Really, probably not, though. I think I might have to turn my opponents down, partly for lag reasons and partly so there's not so many wrecks lying around on the track. I tried to follow his line, it was a little too tight. Yeah, I've got surprisingly close to him, but not close enough. Maybe if that wreck wasn't there, I might be able to take it. What was he driving? He was driving a Gremlin. Yeah, but I get the best lap. This vehicle is, by the way, very good. I have driven it a bit. It is quite good, especially on tarmac. Which makes it worse that I didn't win. I had to look this thing up, and it's a VAZ 2105, also known as a Lada Riva or Lada Nova, depending on where you are. And if you're living in America, you've probably never heard of any of that. But I don't know what engine it has, but it makes a funny noise, so let's listen to it. Yeah, strange sounding engine. And I have absolutely yeeted it across the rock, which is not quite what I meant to do. I may have slightly forgotten there are evil rocks at this course. And there's also a corner there that I completely forgot about. I know where I'm going. When I tested this video, I did the not reverse. This thing does not seem to like going up hills, or maybe that's just my driving. Oh, we lost a fender flare. Ow! Now we've lost a corner. You know, I like the look of this thing. I don't particularly like the way it drives. It's not that slow in a straight line, but it does not handle that well. When I get a chance to show you, I will. Oh, don't forget to shift gears. I'm not doing very well at the shifting gears. It just the back end just doesn't seem to have any grip. You put like not even using much throttle through the corner, and the back end is just like, nah, I'm gonna slide out. See, look, I don't like it. It's just a bit slidey for me. I mean, sure, it'd be a great drift car if that's what this game was about. This game is not about drifting. It's about racing. Smashing stuff. Just preferably not at the same time. At least as long as the smashing stuff. Ow! We have... Yeah, I'm trying to not slide it too much when I don't want to, and so I counter steer to try and keep it pointing in a straight line, and that resulted in me driving into something. This is not the nicest car to drive. I have no doubt it could be driven very fast by someone better than me, but I'm not great at it. This is requiring concentration. Concentration is not something that I want this to require, because I'm busy trying to concentrate on commentary as well. Boing. Airtime. Drift. I mean, I still won. You sort of have to drift this thing, because it doesn't really give you a choice, but you have to be very careful with it, because otherwise it will go in circles quite easily. Although we did actually get the best lap. If you can get it pointing in the right direction, then you can go quite quickly with it. It's just pointing it in the right direction isn't the easiest thing to do. This is the Stepvan. It's a van. Yeah, that just summed it up. Right, do we need to race it now? yeah, let's race it. There's very little upgrades you can do for this. It's a special vehicle, and I forgot to put it against other of its kind, but it's not that great. I've got mine in A class. The only upgrades you can do to it is change the engine and have a there's like 2 things you can put on top of it. Actually, I think there's 5. There's nothing. There's a giant hamburger. There's a giant saw, or an ice cream thing. And I do not want an ice cream van. I have a Whoops van because Whoops is the great name for a company. The livery on this really reminds me of But's van, but I don't know whether it's based off of anything, but sure. Are these destructible? Yeah, they are. So this is the new track, and have I lost a wheel? I've lost a wheel! No, I'm stuck in the middle. I would like to please go this way. This is not going to go well. I think as a special vehicle this could be quite good. You could probably race it with the motorhome because they're quite similar, probably way similar amounts, that sort of thing. Fortunately, I also forgot to change the laps, so we might actually finish this unless I get murdered on a crossover. I don't turn. I seem to have broken the wheels so much that I don't turn very well. Yes, ow. When I said murdered on the crossover, I didn't want to be murdered on the crossover. This is like the very, very last bit. I've just gone to replay and paused it here before I got wrecked. So, as you can see, there's a massive chunk taken out here. We're missing a wheel there. This wheel here is nearly in the back right wheel is nearly in the centre of the vehicle. The back left wheel doesn't exist. Yeah, as you can see, this is quite a fragile car. But I say car, it's not really a car. It's very fragile, it appears. Yeah, I think if you're racing them against each other, it would probably work because they don't really hit that hard. Because, I mean, actually, no, if you got momentum and you smashed into something, you could probably do damage. But they're quite big, and I got crashed into, and so this happened. But they're not that strong, and I think if you had a whole bunch of them, that could be interesting. So as that's such a fun idea, I went and did it. I've got a field of Stepvans, and I'm going to see if I can squeeze down the middle. I think the answer to that question is no, the AI go to the middle. Why did all the AI just decide they wanted to be in the middle? I keep forgetting to change gears. Stupid person. Someone has ended up through there. You're not supposed to go down the middle. I'm gonna try and not get killed this time. And that probably involves braking. I braked, it worked. I'm not dead. Yet. Also, that the liveries for this, I think, are just they're just knock off real things you put on vans. Like, I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be based off Ups. There's a Wrecker one that's based off FedEx one. There's a one that looks like it's supposed to be a SWAT van. Yeah, the liveries for this are kind of cool. And there's obviously ice cream van. And I'm going to get murdered. Or did I murder someone? Quick, reset and drive away. I still have all 4 wheels. This is good. I think if you start losing wheels, you start encountering issues. This track is just a murder though. Because if you get out of sync, it's like a figure of 8. Just ow. Ow. Quick reset before I get crashed into. Yeah, it's like a figure of 8, just with a figure of 8 you can go, oh no, there's someone coming, I'll slow down. With this you don't really have that. You're kind of going whether you want to or not, because you're in the air. So I can look at it here, but I can't really predict it. That's not very easy. Yep, you just smashed into a wreck. Somehow, I am going really slowly, but somehow I'm still alive and still have all 4 of my wheels. Yeah, who actually died in that? I mean, that was only 3 laps, but oh, only a few of them died. That's surprising. I expected more to get wrecked. Yeah, I like the first car, the Blade. Blade is good. I don't know whether it's all that competitive for lap times. I like driving it. It's quite not necessarily easy to drive, but it's not difficult to drive. I can drive. I seem to be able to drive it faster than the AIs can. Then the Gollum is not my kind of car. I don't like it. I will probably never drive it. And the Stepvan seems like it would be. It's a cool addition to have. It's another big flimsy thing you can throw stuff at. Thank you for watching. Don't get distracted. Go subscribe now, and until next time, goodbye.